Well, I'm Allan Dale from Gail Force Wins, and this is the Harbour Strong podcast. I want to tell you, conversations matter, and we're getting a lot of different perspectives here today. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, good morning. My name is Brent Beshara. I'm a retired military veteran of 24 years. I've served overseas, in the Mediterranean and Afghanistan. Had an extensive military career for 24 years.
Brent, why is men's mental health important to you? Why do you come out on a Saturday, meet a bunch of fellas here and talk about mental health?
Well, for myself, when you retire on the Friday, it's pats on the backs, but on the Monday, it's tumbleweeds. And so I went through my own journey of mini melts and meltdowns, leaving the military. And so, I just see there's a need for it. I feel there's a bit of a mental health pandemic on the go right now. So I just want to be able to help out. I've had the luxury of having a beautiful family that's taken care of me, surviving the military experience. And so I just want to be able to help out. So when Bill asked me to come out here, I said, of course.
Brent, sometimes people have experiences or life events that sort of shift their perspective around mental health and that of others' mental health. You've had a lengthy career in the military, have done some significant ththings in your career. Is there anything in there that sort of shifted your perspective around why this really matters to you?
Well, that's a great question. I've lost so many people to suicides, to being blown up, to being shot. For me, again, in my own personal opinion, war is obsolete. I just see so many of my friends coming out broken and beat up, and without that, support. That was for me when I got out 15 years ago. Now I noticed that the Veterans Affairs is way more supportive, way more understanding of our mental health, way more understanding of our mechanism of perception, be able to provide the skills, drills, and tools for us veterans versus just pills. Because maybe not always is a pill a solution, but maybe some more talk therapy, maybe some more understanding of why I'm freaking out, why someone cuts me off in traffic and things like that. So it's very important to me. I have a vested interest in this. I believe in our society and humanity, and I want to help out. So, we got to pick up the people that get fall behind, Do
you feel that men are vulnerable at the moment?
I think it's very challenging for a man to be a man in this day and age, just the way our society is at this moment in time. But that being said, I feel that the role of a man is still there. The role of a man is to be kind, be supportive. If we're in a relationship, be supportive of that relationship, be more understanding, empathetic, and compassionate, and then work from that. That's for me, right? I work from that kind of platform to be able to be present, understanding, look my bride in the eye, and we're allies. So that's what I want to share with my fellow men here, is just that our purpose is simply still the same thing: support where you can, take care of ourselves, be healthy. Like Socrates says, the most important thing we can do is be in the best possible shape, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to help our society. So that's kind of Edith that I'm following, is to be a supportive human being for my fellow man and person.
Brent, you didn't go through your military career and be in the situations that you were in and not be a guy that could find a way through things and through obstacles and find solutions where others would probably give up. Where do you see the solution here is for mental health? What do you think the path is?
That's a great question. And self-care, leaning into one's own understanding of one, like we learn gnosis ipsum, Latin for know thyself. When we take time to learn how to be still for a few moments, learn some breath work, learn how to meditate, stay physical, create a habit, not a habit, but create a hobby that inspires us, instills us to create that purpose. I find going where I'm celebrated and following my passions really lean into my personal happiness. I'm not physically the guy. I used to be an action guy, right? But I don't, I'm bridled in that area now. But what I can do is give back mentally and spiritually and be able to give back to my community. And so that's the path I find, is to create that purpose for myself. So you're the most important person in your world. I'm the most important person. It's so important for me to take care of myself first. Because if I don't take care of myself, I'm a victim on the side of the road. I got to take care of myself so I can support my family and my friends in these crazy daily occurrences that are going on.
You know, I watched you come in here today and you're this sort of gregarious, sort of retired military guy. As you say, your words, you're an action guy.
Yeah.
But I watch you over there and you're stuffing bags with pictures, with art.
Yeah.
You've given us art here today.
Yeah.
What's the significance? Why does that find it in your life? That's a very kind gesture.
Oh, cheers. Thank you. Oh, my bride, Kellyanne Pye, you know, we've been together 23 plus years now. She's a very loving person. She's firefighter, carried me out of the military. Bona fidelis. She's saved my life numerous times, just being that supportive, loving human being. I have devoted my life now to helping her create art because it brings people happiness. We call it the Army of Love. So to be able to share some happiness, some beautiful Newfoundland art, you know, it's important to me to, you know, raise morale. I've always felt I'm the entertainment chairman, so I just want to, you know, raise morale because it takes a village to raise a village. You know, in my case, sometimes an idiot, but for the most part, I want to be, you know, create community and for fun, food, frivolity, fires, friends, family. You know, these are the things that matter to me. So how can we support that and bring that forward in our daily life or when we have these opportunities to meet our fellow man?
Really appreciate your perspective. Thanks for being in the conversation. And that's why conversations matter here on the Harbour Strong podcast.